That's kind of interesting. There is a random box sitting here. This was definitely not here last time I was here. It looks older, judging by the hinges and stuff. Let's see what's inside. Hopefully not somebody dead. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brandon, and today we're at a really cool spot. Right back there, if you can see those columns, that is the original state building for the second capital of Alabama. It was here from 1826 to 1846. This particular spot has a lot of significance, not only historically, but for me personally, because this is an area that caught my dad's attention back in 1983, right after he had bought his first Garrett metal detector. He decided to come close to this particular spot, not directly in this park, but on the sidewalks that were surrounding it, and he found a ton of silver. After finding silver and kind of spiraling outward, it was when he found a bottle dump that was being dug by a lot of local bottle diggers, and that's where our antique bottle journey began. I guess before we head to the old bottle dump, it would make sense to show you all this original old Capitol building. We are in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and right over here to the right, actually, if you go that way about a mile, Bryant-Denny Stadium is there, and so is the University of Alabama. Like I said, this building, though, was in operation from 1826 to 1846. There's not much left except for the columns, but it's a pretty cool spot. This is Capitol Park. Tons and tons of history here. Tons of people walked and went to work and did all kinds of stuff in this area, which means that it was highly traveled and highly populated. And that's one of the reasons this particular town had such an amazing bottle dump. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna take you to that original bottle dump and let y'all have a look around. All right, guys, we're here. Doesn't look like a dump, does it? But this was actually the city dump for Tuscaloosa from about 1895 late into the 1950s. So what made this spot so amazing was the fact that it was a college town and there was a ton of people here, and the Capitol was here previously. So there was a ton of bottles, jugs, whiskey flasks, you name it, soda bottles, just all kinds of amazing stuff. This particular spot, though, can no longer be dug, obviously, and it has been reclaimed, and you would never know that this was a city dump. Now, one of the things that is interesting about this spot, and the reason that I thought it was worthwhile showing y'all, is the fact that I always tell y'all to look for dumps off of embankments on the outskirts of town. The town is right over there. Right here is a very large embankment because they would have dumped the trash right off of it, and they usually put them close to creeks or rivers. The river is literally right there. The railroad tracks are here, and there's a creek right there to the left. So this spot right here was an amazing spot for them to dump the trash because of it not being usable land. I wanted to take just a second to show this particular spot to y'all today because it shows how camouflaged these antique bottle dumps could actually be. If you didn't know that it was there, you wouldn't know that it was there. You could literally be walking directly over top of one or driving over it and never even realize it. So we are, while we're in Tuscaloosa, gonna head to a bottler's dump, which we're actually on our way to right now, to go take a look around and see if we can find some drinking glass candidates. This is the actual dump that we dug at where I found the Tuscaloosa dispensary flask about 2 years ago. So this spot definitely has some promise, and I'm hoping that I might be able to find a couple of really nice whiskey glasses. So let's go see what we can come up with. This particular spot had a ton of straight side Cokes, like you can see right here, that are all washed up into this ditch. 99% of them are broken, but that's okay because every now and then you find one that's good enough to make a glass out of, and that's saving a piece of history. Right here, I picked this up just a second ago. It looks like I've already found one decent one, and that is going to be a C.C. Simpson Bottling Works from Tuscaloosa. What's cool about that is if you look down there where it says Tuscaloosa, it's got Tuscaloosa spelt with a K, and now it's spelt with a C. So that ought to be a good one right there. It does have a couple of flea bites, but it's still very savable. So let's keep going, see if we can find some more. This would have been a really rare bottle right there. You can see that it says Centerville, Alabama. Centerville is a very small town in Bibb County. Sadly, it's broken too low to make a drinking glass out of, but I had to show it to y'all. Probably be a several $100 bottle if it would have been complete. Just got another C.C. Simpson. The one I found earlier was clear. This one's going to be aqua. You can see that it's cracked down to about right there, but that's okay. We can take the top Tuscaloosa off. We'll leave the Bottling Works, the C.C. Simpson, and it'll still say Tuscaloosa, Alabama on it. So that's still a really cool bottle right there to save. Just got another one right here. This is going to be another clear C.C. Simpson. No, that's aqua. And as mentioned, 99% of these are broken, but that's still a really cool bottle that's over 100 years old. They're gonna make amazing whiskey glasses. So let's keep going and see if we can find a couple more. This spot is such a heartbreaker spot. Broken a little bit too low. Let's see about this one. This one looks a little bit longer. Nope. Would have been a nice pre-1915 straight side Coke though. There's so much stuff here. I know that there's whole stuff left because it was right on that bank over there that I dug that Tuscaloosa dispensary flask. It's just very, very few and far between. One of the main reasons that we actually haven't been back here, that's modern, is because there was a homeless camp right up on top of the bank up here, and it was in the news that one of the homeless people actually had stabbed a local jogger. Now I think that they arrested and disbanded the homeless camp, and that's why I'm out here today. But it kind of scared me because I had brought my wife and daughter out here not just a couple months before that. So just shows you got to be pretty careful where you go and always be mindful of your surroundings. There's another pre-1915 straight side Coke. Man, there's just so much. There's one right there that looks kind of promising. Let me see if I can pull it out. Of course it's going to be underneath the vines. That's usually where all the good stuff usually is in the hard to reach area. Nope, not very much of that one left at all. Looks like a medicine. And it is slick. Be nice to just walk up and find a whole bottle that had washed out because of the erosion. Check out that old lamp stand. Cast iron. I don't know if that would have had electricity to it, if that would have just held candles. It's pretty neat regardless. That one looks pretty good right there. I'm hoping that that one's gonna be okay. I don't see any cracks. It's got a little bitty heel nick right there, but that's a really nice straight side Coke. That was from Montgomery, Alabama. So that's one that I will definitely take and save without a doubt. Can't beat a nice 110, 115-year-old piece of Coca-Cola history. That's kind of interesting. There is a random box sitting here. This was definitely not here last time I was here. It looks older, judging by the hinges and stuff. Let's see what's inside. Hopefully not somebody dead. Nope, nothing. It does say something up there though. 1986 is what it looks like. Something in trunk, 1986. Hospital SEC. Huh. Some kind of medical box. I don't know, I can't make it out real well. Kind of neat. If it was in better shape, I'd definitely try to carry it out of here. Well, we got a couple of keepers. It was a pretty good day. If you've been following the channel and you follow us week by week, you may be wondering where we were last week while there wasn't a video. We actually went to Arkansas and we did the Cadooha Hunt 4 or Treasure Fest 4 hunt, which is an awesome seated hunt that Brandon Sutton puts on, and it turned out phenomenal. It was a great hunt, tons of people. We actually were there with the Garrett crew, so it was super nice to be out with those guys, and we had an absolute blast. That's the good news. The bad news is, while we were there, my mom and dad was with me, my wife and my daughter. We all got sick. I'm talking about pretty bad sick, to the point where I didn't take any video. So it took us until about midweek before we got over everything. The only clip that I did get, I'll show you now, was at a crystal mine, and it was a blast. Check this out. Looking for these guys right here. We're hoping to get on some big ones here in just a minute. But right now, we found a bunch of smalls, and it's been a blast so far. And I just pulled this out right here. Check that out. How cool is that?
Yeah, up in the light.
Yeah, that's super cool.
There?
Right there. You see it? Yep. There you go. Look, you knocked it out. Did you get it?
Caught it.
That's a good one.
Caught it. Hey, Mommy, look.
That is a
Daddy found me.
You dug it out, though. That's yours. So as you can tell, even though we were sick, we still got out. We did stuff. We had a good time. I just did not feel like turning the camera on, and I apologize for not having a video. That being said, if you're not subscribed, be sure that you are so you don't miss our adventures. And hopefully we won't be missing any more weeks anytime soon. It's not fun being sick, I can tell you that. We'll see you guys in the next adventure.